Hello guys, again welcome to the very implementation part of all the things that we have covered in the theory part. So in the theory part we have understood about that how to train our machine to understand the natural language processing. Okay, natural language like some simple English language, right? So how we go deep dive into these, and we have understood about the little basics of all those concepts. We have touched all these things, so let's do the implementation part. Okay, so again the step one is what? Step one is our raw data, and this is how our data looks like. So let me just walk you through the data. So these are the data containing 50,000 row, right? And these are pretty big data, right? So these data is containing the critics review of any movies, okay, and then their label, that whether it is a positive review or a negative review, right? So I want to train my machine so that machine would able to do the classification based on understanding the entire context of the review, and the machine would able to tell that whether it is a positive review or a negative review. Okay, so let's move back into our same notebook, right? So this is how our data looks like, and this is the entire golden rule methodology that we will be following. So I have just take a snapshot so that it can able to allocate in your memory that these are the golden rule and these are our data and these are the things that we are supposed to do. Now let's define our problem statement. So what is our problem statement? A problem statement is do the binary text classification of a movie review system, right? And the output should be whether it is a positive review or a negative review, right? And step number third is what? Step number third is that do the EDA plus cleaning or pre-processing operation, right? So these are the libraries that I have imported. I hope you are aware about this. Pandas, by reading the CSV file, df.shape is going to display the shape of your data. That data is containing the 50,000 row and two column, which is your review column as well as your sentiment column. Sentiment means positive or negative review, right? And this is how my top 5 row of the data looks like, and these are just a balancing of the data, right? Then let's start with the ED and cleaning part. So I have already told you, right, that we are supposed to use this NLTK and then regex. Regex is what? Regex is a Python regular expression libraries, right? So that you would able to do some kind of a understand the pattern with the help of writing the regular expression, and then it will try to clean your data, that clean your text data. Okay, and these are the NLTK is a libraries which is widely used in your natural language processing system when your data is a textual based data, right? And this is NLP.corpus. Corpus means what? Corpus means a big chunk of let's say textual data, right? So it is just a terminology, right? And there from there we will be importing the stop word. Why we are importing the stop word? Because we need to clean our data, right? So we are going to apply the stop word removal, right? And this is how we are supposed to download this NLTK dot download, where it will be downloading all those stop word which exist in our English language, so that it will go and check our every column, that if it is containing any noise or some kind of a comma, some unusual spaces, some hashtags, some other things, it will match it and then try to clean it. That's it, right? So these are the stop words, and then the set word is English language, right? Because our data is English. If our data is Hindi language, I can just pass my language as a Hindi. If it is a French, I can just pass here as a French. German, just pass German, and you would able to do the cleaning things, right? So again, let's do the cleaning. So this is just a simple cleaning function which will able to clean your textual data row by row. Okay, this is just a simple cleaning function. What this cleaning function is doing? First, converting all your word into a lower word. Okay, and then and then it is supposed to apply remove the different HTML. If your sentence is containing any HTML parameters like these things, it will try to remove it. If it containing any extra punctuation, this code is supposed to remove it. If it is containing any stop word, it is going to remove it. And finally it is supposed to return you the cleaned text, right? And the entire function, right? So the entire function is just a common function that will going to apply at each and every row of my data, right, of my reviews, right? So what I'm supposed to do here is that let's apply this clean text function to the entire data, and after applying these things, these are the statistics. Okay, these are the different statistics operation. Now step 4 is what? Step 4 is understanding the model logic, right? So how does the model logic works, right? So just like we have a image data, we can't directly feed it directly into our model. At the very intermediate step, we were using the CNN network so that it can convert it into the embedding or numbers, so that our machine learning model or a neural network will able to train it, and then we would able to test it. Similarly for our textual data, we cannot directly pass textual data to the input layer of the neural network or a conventional machine learning model. Before that, we need to convert it into the embeddings or numbers, right? So for that, we will be using some embedding libraries or embedding modules in a Python language, right? So again, we cannot directly pass, we need to use the NLP embedding tools or libraries, right? Now what is the step number 5? Step number 5 is libraries imports, right? So these are the libraries that we are supposed to import. Again, we are training the classification models, so we will be importing this logistic regression, classification report, decision tree classifier, train test split we are also supposed to do. And then you might be wondering that, okay, tell me that what are the embedding libraries that we are supposed to use. So this is the library TF-ID vectorizer. Okay, these are the vectorizer, which means it converts every word into a vectors. Okay, vector means some set of numbers, right? So it can be a binary vector if you are representing into the binary number, or let's say if you want to represent it into some kind of a numeric based number, you can able to do it, right? Then step number 6 is that we are supposed to do the train, test and split, right? So this is how my data looks like. Okay, this is my X train data looks like. Similarly, if you want to test the X test data, so these are my X test data looks like, right? So these are my X test data looks, right? Okay, and similarly if you want to so these are containing the 40,000 row out of 50,000, 40,000 row, and then these are 10,000 row because it is only the 20%, right? So the testing size is only 20%. So if you want to see the Y train data, we can show you Y underscore train, the same step, guys. We have been following it from the very beginning, right? These are my Y train data looks like, right? Now convert the text into a embedding. Okay, so again, the first part is that I need to convert all this review, okay, all this clean text, right, present in the review, right? All these are actually the clean text, right? So I need to convert it into some kind of a embedding. So what I'm doing is that the first step is that I will be calling these imported libraries, right? What is that? TF-ID vectorizer. It is not a single library, there are multiple libraries which is present. You just google it out, you would able to get a tons of it. Okay, so from that I have just picked up a very commonly used library which is like the TF-IDF vectorizer. Now what it will do is that, so let's say the maximum feature is 5,000. It means okay, so suppose that the entire sentence, right, the entire sentence, so it will go one by one, right? It will going to go one by one, and let's say the maximum length has set to 5,000. So let's say if it is greater than or less than 5,000, now what it will do is that for each and every token it will convert it into a set of word. Okay, so now my data will be having, let's say, the 5,000 column, right, containing all this number of each token, and then this is my final row. So these are my final row, which means the sentiments, right? So similarly, let's move back into this part, right? So this is supposed to do the vectorization process, and again I am just fitting everything, okay, into my X train data and Y test data, X test data. So what is my X train data, guys? These are my X train data, right? So these are my X train data. I will be taking first data, right, and then I am passing my first data into my this vectorizer, and then I am storing it into the new X train data. Now this X train data is containing all the 5,000 number of columns, right? And what does this column containing? This column is containing a set of words, okay, all these words, right? The maximum word is set to 5,000. Okay, so it will go each row one by one, and then it will try to do the embedding and then save it into a set of vector, right? So again I am just doing all these things, right? And then I have prepared my new data, and my new data is actually containing, let's say, the 40,000. So if I am just understanding about the training data, so my training data will now contain same number of row, which means the 40,000 number of row, but my column has been changed from 2 to 5,000. Why 5,000? Because I am just going one by one. Okay, I am just going one by one. I am assuming that, let's say, the maximum size of this first sentence is 5,000, right? So I will be just going this one, so this is also 5,000, this also 5,000, right? So I will be converting this entire review, the review column, into a 5,000 number of column. Okay, so this is just one column, this is one review column. Now it has converted into the 5,000 number of column. Okay, and each 5,000 number is containing one word. Okay, the token of one word. I hope you get it, guys, right? Again, let's try to train the model. So what I'm doing, I will be using this logistic regression. Okay, the first very simple training model, which is my logistic regression model, and again apply the same thing. So logistic regression dot fit, I am passing my data here. I am just passing not my word but my embedded word, which means my review which has been converted into a number, right? I am passing that number with my y train data. Okay, so that I can able to train it. Of course I cannot pass my entire word, right, entire sentence, right? I need to first divide this sentence into a set of tokens, right? And then I need to, for each token or for each word, I need to convert these things into a number, right? So that is why for x train vector, okay, which means that I am passing 5,000 number of column, okay, with my y train data, that whether it is a positive or a negative value. Okay, similarly for next row, again I am passing the 5,000 number of row. Okay, again I'm passing the 5,000 number of row with its label, right? I hope you get it. And while training, I am getting 89% of accuracy. Now let's try to do some better classifier. Applying the decision tree classifier, it is able to give me 73% accuracy. Applying the random forest classifier, it is going to give me 83% accuracy. Applying the XGBoost classifier, it is supposed to give me 86% accuracy. Then applying the neural network, I hope you know how to make the neural network, right? If you haven't understood about these things, please go and watch my neural network theory and implementation part and come to this part, right? So this is the neural network, okay? And at the very, so this is my first layer, which is the x64 layer. These are the middle layer and these are the last layer. And the last layer is one neuron, which means it will try to classify, right, whether it is a positive or a negative sentiment, right? And there I am using the activation function as a sigmoid function. Why? Because it is a classification set of a problem, right? Then after that I am going to do connecting all these things by using the compile operation, then doing the training of a neural network for, let's say, 10 epochs, and then I am getting the accuracy of neural networks as 87%. Similarly, what I am doing, evaluating and compare of all the classification model that I have trained this set of data, right? And then I'm getting that logistic regression is supposed to give me kind of pretty good accuracy, right? Now what I've done, again I will be making the simple Gradio application, the very simple Gradio application, by importing everything, right? Whatever we have used before, by importing everything, and then just creating a simple set of a clean text, some numbers, some buttons, some predictive functions, some Gradio interface, right? And let me show you the output, okay, that how does output looks like. So suppose if I just go and just click it, right? So if you're able to see, these are my text data, right? So if you're just going to go and just analyze the sentiment, so these are the giving me that I love the special effect but the story was weak, but the person has loved it. It means that it has a kind of positive confidence score. So it is giving me 58% of confidence score that it has a positive sentiment. Okay, similarly, let's go and test the negative sentiment. So it is supposed to give me that, okay, it is a negative sentiments. Why? Because it has understood the word like worst, boring, poorly. Okay, so all these things, the context, right? So all these things my machine would able to learn. Now, isn't it very interesting that you have understood about how to train your machine with the numeric set of data set, with the image based data set, and now with the textual based data set, right? So other than this, is there any data that exists like around this globe? I don't think so, right? Because your data can be either your image, your data can either be your text, your data can either be your numeric in numbers, right? So in this way, you will be able to train your machine in all set of data set with different nature of your problems, right? So these are the things that I wanted to show you, okay? And these are the very beginning of NLP, right? And I think these are good enough in order to just get the better understanding of the NLP part. In the previous video we have understood about the computer vision part, and previous video we have understood about so many things, right? Just revise this concept and just let me know. Okay, thank you all, thank you for connecting.